only when the 10-gun salute rang out from Cemetery Hill to tell the country that its king had been laid to rest alongside his wife in the royal tomb, did a collective sigh pass through the crowd of mourners, and they began to make their way home. "If we hurry," said the woman as the crowd dispersed, "we can get the bus at 1:15, and I don't care what you say. With all the misery she's had to bear, it's a blessing the little one still has her uncle. But if I was superstitious, I'd say there was a curse on this family." "Never mind that now. There's our bus," cried the man. He folded the umbrella and began to run. "Come on, we can still catch it." They pushed their way through to the back of the bus with a crowd of other mourners, and eventually managed to find seats. "It's a good thing you're not superstitious," the man said, finally responding to his wife's comments. "A curse? We're not living in a fairy tale. If people encounter trouble and strife, my dear, they've generally brought it on themselves." "Milena," said Norlin. He had insisted that he and the princess should travel back to the palace together in the royal limousine. "Milena, what can I do to comfort you?" The little princess sat there expressionless, as if she hadn't even heard him. "The best thing is to get back into your routine, Milena." He was sitting a little apart from her because her coat was so wet. "Today and tomorrow you'll stay in the palace so that both of us can sign the thank you letters for people's condolences." He leant forwards. "Did you hear me, Milena? After that, you'll go back to school, back to your friends. That'll help take your mind off all this. And in 2 months' time, it'll be your 14th birthday." Slowly, very slowly, Milena looked up. It still seemed as if she hadn't heard him, but then, without saying a word, she nodded her head. Part 1. Chapter 1. The sun disappeared behind a cloud, and the two girls on the patio could feel the coolness as evening approached. Summer had come at last, and the tender green of late spring was gradually changing into the rich colours of high summer. For the first time this year, they had done their homework in the garden, and now Bee gathered her pencils together in a single sweep. "They shouldn't be allowed to set us history homework like that," she said. She scowled at the large sheet of paper with its lines, and its lines coming out of lines. "History's so boring." Jenna sighed. "Everybody thinks that, and that's why she gives us stupid homework," she said. "Miss Black wants to make herself seem important. I'll bet you that's the only reason we're stuck here doing this now." "Anyway, I'm getting cold," said Bee. "And that means goodbye to the family tree, and she can moan as much as she likes tomorrow. I'm going inside, and I'm not going to do any more." Jenna looked thoughtfully at her sheet of paper. Then she rolled it up and fastened it with a rubber band. "Maybe I'll ask my mother about it," she said. "There's hardly anything on mine at all." "That's because of the foreigner," said Bee. But then she started guiltily. No, that came out wrong. You know what I mean. It's not fair on you having to do this when your mother won't tell you who your father is. You can't put in any of that grandmother and great-grandmother stuff. You'll just have to hand in half a family tree." Jenna shook her head. "My mother's side's not much better," she said. "I don't know much about them either." Bee's mother poked her head.